chewing and screwing people. You know what's funny though, is that when I was a kid, I used to think, I was led somehow to believe that Republicans were for the rich and the Democrats were for the poor, right? And still to this day, I don't know how, well, it's social engineering is what it is, but you have kids to this day, even adults, you know, adults who are either not in the know or who are Democrats and believe that Democrats are for the poor and Republicans are for the rich. Hey, now, if you're a Republican or a conservative Republican, you don't believe either of that. But Democrats, people who aren't in the know, and children believe that, most children, I don't want to broad brush all children, but will believe that Republicans are for the rich and the Democrats are for the poor. But you know what? Let's play with that for a second. If Republicans are for the rich, that must mean that they need the rich to keep their power. They must want the rich to become more rich, probably would like more rich people so they can get more power, right? So if that's the case, then you gotta be fair, liberals. You gotta be fair. If the Democrats are for the poor, then that must mean that they need the poor to keep their power. That must mean that they need poor people to be more poor, and they must need more poor people to keep their power. Because it's almost like you guys always say about the doctors. A doctor prescribes medicines to keep their patients dependent on them. And who is more dependent than the poor? So the Democrats must be the doctors of America that hand out this sorry-ass prescription to keep the poor dependent on them to maintain their power. Now, if the Republicans need more rich people, where are they going to get these rich people from? I guess you'd have to get them out of the poor people. We're about empowering people, y'all. We want America to do well. It's better if people are financially secure. So if the Republican Party needs more rich people, then they're going to have to create some more rich people. And you can only create them out of the poor. On the other hand, with the Democrats, they're going to need more poor people to maintain their power. So what do you got to do? You always hear about the Democrats and the liberals trying to bring down the corporations and somehow trying to punish the rich. Always trying to bring them down. So what do we got on the Republican side? We got poor people that we want to build up. You got liberals that are trying to bring people down. They want everybody to be at the same level somehow. What do you mean the same level? What's fine for you in life may not be fine for me, and what my aspirations are in life to whatever level of achievement I want to be at may not be all right for you. Who am I to say? You're going to let some party of hoity-toity politicians try to dictate to you what your success level should be? And those very successful people, you think that they would trade places with you? These elitist liberal Democrats in Hollywood and in Washington and so on and so forth, patronizing you because of your income bracket, telling you, oh yes, the rich and we need to be more responsible for the poor. They're not going to trade places with you. Why would you listen to them? Now somehow Republicans have this stigma placed on them that they're all about wealth and power and so on and so forth. And yeah, there's some that are, but it ain't most of them. But if we want to accuse our elected officials of being these power hungry, so on and so forth, what would be the best way for them to maintain this power? The Republicans as a whole, the Republicans want to get all this power. Where would it come from? Y'all, it would come from the votes. That's where the power is going to come from. And if they were really interested in all this power, they would go on ahead and get behind affirmative action. They would go on ahead and get behind gay marriage. They would get behind all the illegal immigration. They would get behind all this stuff. They would go on ahead and they would ensure the black vote. They would ensure the gay vote. They would ensure the illegal immigrant vote. They would get all these votes, and then their power would be bam, right? Their power would be on course. They'd have the House, they'd have the Senate, governorship, presidency. Their power would be locked, solid. But you know what? Republicans don't do that. Democrats do. Oh yeah, affirmative action, yes, let's get behind that. The gays, yes, let them get married. Illegal immigrants, oh yes, let them come in too. We want open borders and all that sort of stuff. Yes, you got Democrats that say yes to anything because they want your vote. Why do they want your vote? Because they want power. So now, you really think that